Nebraska has a huge recruiting weekend on their hands. The Big Red is hosting their first annual Husker Games event, and multiple high 4-star and even a couple potential 5-star prospects will be in town to watch. So in today's video, I'm going to go over every single name who's expected to come on campus, who these guys are, what they bring to the table, whether or not they're going to commit to the Big Red, and everything else you need to know. So really quick, this is a loaded recruiting update, bunch of 5-star guys visiting Lincoln. Hit that like button if you're fired up, and really quick, if you support the channel, daily Husker football content, recruiting updates just like this, scrimmage nuggets, talking about this team all summer long, please hit that subscribe button, join this family. Thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into it. Talk about Nebraska's huge recruiting weekend. We know that the Big Red is hosting the Husker Games event this Saturday. Not a real spring game this year. There's going to be a little bit of a scrimmage. There's going to be a 7-on-7 event. There's going to be skill competitions. But most importantly, there's going to be a lot of big-time recruits coming to watch. So I want to get things started with arguably the best of the bunch who will be in town. This is future 5-star running back coming out of Chandler, Arizona, Noah Roberts in the 2027 class. There are a lot of big-time 2027 guys coming on campus. Again, Nebraska's been going to work. I know that feels a little bit like a long ways away, but some of these elite 2027 prospects, they're going to commit this summer. They're going to commit probably this fall because they want to have their spot filled before, all the uncertainty with the transfer portal. So a lot of these guys, they're committing sooner and sooner. And Noah Roberts, right now, he's the 36th best player in his class according to Rivals. He's the second best running back. So again, he's a guy who I expected to get bumped up to a 5-star by the time maybe he's a senior in high school. The first thing when it comes to Noah Roberts is his size, right? 6'1", 190. That is great size for a kid who's only 16 years old, but he's incredibly fast. He's twitchy. He has the ability to juke you inside of a telephone booth, right? So again, he's shifty, but again, he also has the ability to lower the shoulder a little bit, right? To truck you over. He's the third down running back. He can catch passes. He checks almost every single box. And when you look at the offer list and you see, Alabama in there, you got Colorado, Florida State, a couple other big-time schools, you know that he is worth the hype. So really like Noah Roberts' game. He's been visiting a lot of big-time schools. Oregon, I believe he visited Georgia, Texas A&M recently. But Nebraska gets his visit for the spring game, the Husker Games. So we'll see what happens here. He's already visited Nebraska once before. Right now, the Huskers are arguably the favorite to land him. Let's see if they continue to chip away. So I love Noah Roberts' game. He's a very, very good prospect. He will be visiting this weekend. Let's keep it with the 2027's. Another future 5-star prospect. I believe he is a 5-star according to maybe one or two recruiting sites. This is Zane Rhule coming out of Denton, Texas. Defensive lineman / edge rusher, listed at 6'4", 240 pounds. I mean, just imagine a Texas edge rusher. That's exactly what you get here with Zane Rhule. Incredibly physical, right? He's explosive off the line of scrimmage. He's going to bull rush you. And the second he gets his hands on you, you're not breaking that tackle. He's going to bring you down hard very, very quickly. So Zane Rhule, look at the offer list here. Bunch of really, really good schools. I mean, let's see. Let's see officially here. You got Florida State, you got Georgia in there, you got Oklahoma, Oregon, that's a great offer, right? Texas, Tennessee. So pretty much every school already offered this guy. He's up to 33. Really, really phenomenal prospect. Nebraska, we know we have a lot of Texas connections with Matt Rhule. They haven't done so good in the 2026 class in Texas. Let's see if they can change that in 2027. Zane Rhule, big-time prospect, visiting this weekend. Let's keep it with future 5-stars. This is the 11th best player according to 24/7 Sports in the class of 2027. This is Kelsey Adams, 6'5", 300 pounds, offensive tackle. Again, he'll get bumped up to a 5-star this summer. They don't get 5-star school until you go into your junior year. But Kelsey Adams, man, I mean, just look at this guy. This guy's 16 years old. He looks like a grown man. I don't know what they're feeding this guy, but I mean, you watch him on film. He plays exactly the way he looks, right? He's just a mammoth, right? He's a bulldozer, pancake city type of guy, good in pass pro, pretty decent technique, right? I love his game, man. Love his game. And again, a lot of really, really quality offers here. Every single offer you can imagine. So Kelsey Adams visiting this weekend, his first trip to Lincoln. Nebraska, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something well recruiting offensive line in the class of 2027. They've already had the number 1 offensive tackle visit, the number 2, the number 3. They've had the number 1 guard visit, the number 1 center visit. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something right. Dominic Raiola, shout out to you. He's doing a good job. It's one thing to get him to visit, but you got to get him to commit as well. Then we have Samaj Stanford, who will be visiting once again, one of the best safeties in the class of 2027, coming out of Oklahoma. He's visiting Nebraska. I think this might be his 4th visit. I mean, he's come back time and time again. Nebraska right now, I think, is the second school, probably the runner-up right now to in-state Oklahoma. But, I mean, just an absolute freak athlete, right? Kind of like a Torrey Pittman a little bit, who's also expected to visit this weekend, by the way, Torrey Pittman. Samaj Stanford, that would be a lethal duo with him and Torrey in that secondary. But, again, super twitchy, super fast, right? Hard hitter, guy who can do just about everything. I like him at free safety. You can put him in the nickel too, but Samaj Stanford, really, really like his game. He will be visiting Nebraska once again. And I don't have a slide for Torrey Pittman, but it is expected that Torrey Pittman will be visiting as well. So again, that's a little duo there. That would be nice at that safety spot. Both potential 5-star guys. Then in the class of 2026, one of the lone 2026 guys who will be visiting, this is Tank King. Right off the bat, the reason why there's not more 2026 guys visiting is purely because a lot of those guys are waiting for their official visits in June. If you visit right now, I believe it would count as an official visit. So Tank King, really good prospect, got some good offers. Notre Dame, one of the favorites to land in. Michigan, Texas A&M is the favorite right now. 4-star guy coming out of Port Arthur, Texas, incredibly physical. He's a middle linebacker through and through. He's a signal caller. He's a hard hitter, right? So I like Tank King's game a lot. One of my favorite linebackers in this class. And the Huskers have done a good job recruiting linebacker. Ja'Cory Smith coming out of Arkansas. Jordan Campbell, they're trying to flip him from Miami, but Tank King's another guy where you're trying to leave a good impression and maybe get him on another visit this summer. So that is Tank King in the class of 2026. Going back to the 2027 guys, Bryson Brown, corner, will be visiting. This guy's about 5'11", 175, listed as the 150th best player in his class, number 17 corner. He's more of a nickel, so basically a slot corner, a guy who can also play safety. So you like that versatility from him. Decent speed, very physical, right? Really, really good tackler. A lot of good offers here. So he will be making his first visit to Nebraska. One of those guys that Addison Williams offered the second he got here. And another guy coming out of Oklahoma, right? So again, he's probably very familiar with Samaj Stanford. Might be a package deal. You never know. Let's see if they can build a relationship and come to Nebraska together. Then you keep it with the offensive line. Cooper Hackett will be visiting. This is an offensive tackle coming out of Oklahoma. Once again, I mean, we got the number 1, number 2, and number 3 players in Oklahoma visiting this weekend. Again, this is the 115th best player in his class. 6'7", 250 pounds. A lot of good weight on him, right? Not a lot of fat. So again, you know that he's going to be ready to go when he gets to campus in about 1.5 years, 2 years. Again, developed in the pass pro. I like his technique. I like his hands. Probably not as dominant in the running game as you maybe would expect, but again, you like his upside. He's going to be a left or right tackle through and through. No future at guard. That's what you like. You like a guy who can specialize only at left tackle or right tackle. So that's a good thing. Like his game. A couple other guys I want to get here. Let's just keep it with the offensive line. I told you they're doing a good job. Reese Russell is the 116th best player in the class according to Rivals, 4-star offensive guard. I mean, this dude's just big. I mean, this dude's a farm boy, Colorado boy. He's a big nasty, right? He's a guy who would show up on the Nebraska, offensive line back in the 90s, right? He looks like he's taking steroids. He's 6'3", 280 pounds, just a mammoth inside. So love his game. He's an offensive guard. A lot of good offers here as well, but I mean, just a bulldozer. Just a bulldozer. He will be visiting on Saturday. Caden McCarthy, who is a 3-star prospect. He's not ranked according to 24/7. Will be visiting. Coming out of Texas. I like his game. I think he might be a future 4-star type of guy. He's a guy who's explosive on the line of scrimmage. He runs a 4.7 40, which is ridiculous for an edge rusher, especially a 16-year-old. So he's really fast. He's twitchy. He's a hard hitter, right? And he got a bunch of good offers. Like, don't look at the stars. Look at the offer list. If you have offers from Arizona, Houston, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, it means you're probably a pretty decent prospect. He'll be visiting Nebraska for the first time. And then one other guy, let's go back to the class of 2026. Leon Noyle Jr. will be visiting, another offensive lineman, this time a guard. He's 6'5", about 255 pounds. Just, again, another guy who's pretty developed in the running game, not as developed in the pass pro as you would expect. But, again, just another big, nasty. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. I mean, he looks the part. Guy who would, again, instantly add help to this offensive line. So a lot of decent offensive linemen will be visiting. Again, we're expecting to see a lot more names trickle in as the week goes on to keep you guys posted. But it's a big-time weekend, guys. It's a big-time weekend. I'm excited to see how it goes. Hopefully we can leave a lasting impression on these guys' minds and hopefully land them long-term. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Hey, if you made this far on the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe. As always, folks, go big red, go Rhule, and I'll see you in the next one.